What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fishing Fridays. A thing that hasn't been every Friday this year like I intended, but I am trying. It's a beautiful overcast day here today. It's going to get hotter a little bit in the afternoon. It's still relatively warm, but we're going to be doing some creek fishing, and I'm going to be trying out my first new rod of the year. I'm super excited about it. It is the 13 Fishing Fate V3. It is beautiful. It is bone white, matte black. It matches my car, essentially. You know, exact same color. It's great. But I'm a big fan of like white and black rods, always have been. I actually have a Kistler combo of the same coloration for bass fishing, not trout fishing, that I want to try. But essentially, these guys went on clearance at Dick's Sporting Goods near me. They're regular 80 to 100. This one was on sale for 40 bucks, so perfect time. Now, I bought a Fate V3 casting version of medium heavy or heavy, and it broke on the first day, first cast. Product defect, whatever. It was more of a hassle, like Dick's just, not being that exact thing, returning it. So this isn't going to be a rant, but I'm just excited to try a new product, and I'll do like its own video about it. This is more of like just like the field testing, and then I'll talk to you guys about like more of the specs and stuff lately, but or recently, I should say. In the future, whatever, I'm tired. A lot of astrophotography this week. I'm a little sleepy. But basically, we're going to be testing out this new one on the Saucony Creek in Berks County. Just going down through, seeing what we can catch. Now, this is a little bit of a heavier medium light, so I think it's more medium backbone light tip than some of the others that I've used, but medium lights are my favorite. Basically, medium light falls, as you guessed it, between medium rods and light rods, just before ultralights. It is essentially a little bit, these flies are horrible today, a little bit more of a stronger backbone, weaker tip, but it's my personal favorite. Like, it is by far and away, if I could catch every fish in the world on medium light, I would. It's awesome. I really like them. This is like, I think, we got a goldfinch, fourth or fifth medium light combo. Or I should say rod. I'm pairing it with the 13 Fishing Ascent CE, which is what I use for my ultralight combo. It, I assume, is going to be much better on use of this because it's a little bit of a heavier reel. I prefer heavier reels on lighter rods. I'm just weird. So I'm super excited. Great to finally be out here and do some fishing. The office remodel has been going great. I'll touch on that a little bit more as we go throughout the video, but good things are coming to the channel and life in general. It's been a great time. I'm being super productive outside of fishing right now, so fishing kind of just is the thing that hasn't worked out for me so much this year, but it's still been great. So hopefully we're going to try and catch some nice fish today. I'm hoping to test out the rod completely, give my honest opinion. It's rated for 1/8 ounce instead of 1/16 to 1/32, so that's why I think it's going to be a little bit heavier, but we'll see how it casts. So thank you guys so much for joining me for another episode of Fishing Fridays. Let's get out there and test a new product. All right, this is a note from editing me a few hours afterwards. Apparently the mic that I had attached to my GoPro did not record for the first 45 minutes of the video, so that's cool. I'm gonna edit in music, I guess, for the first few catches, so that's my bad. I don't go over too much that, wasn't covered, but it still sucks. Apparently I didn't have it plugged in all the way because I noticed a little bit later in the video, I like clicked it back in and it didn't seem like it was out. Apparently I had bumped it. You can also see the wire like up here, so that's my bad. I know for next time, but it doesn't change the fact of how the video went. So I just wanted to put this in right after the intro because those are two errors on my part. Like I said, I'll just have to throw music or something in for the very beginning portion. And then as for like the little mark in the top, that's just the cord hanging from the back of the mic to the front. It happens. It's an editing error on my, or I should say a filming error on my part. I can't go back and redo that. That's my bad. I just wanted to address it really quick. So sorry about the quality issue. But yeah, that's just editing me from the future. Unfortunately, up creek from there is just so heavily weeded that I can't get in without wading. I have to work in a couple hours, so I'm trying not to wade today. So I'm gonna go down creek a little bit further, see if we can't get another one. There's the new mic. You know, we'll see how it works. Hopefully it's gonna sound nice for you guys. I don't have a wind filter on just because it is pretty much zero wind as of now, and I think I forgot it at home or in my camera bag anyway, so oh well. Picked up a new Columbia hat. It's a great day for new products, I guess. I'm excited. It's a beautiful day, overcast, 70s. It's gonna get up to 90, I think, later in the day, but right now it is perfect. The water here is very cold, so it's definitely a nice little combination of a day. Flies are out, however. Oh my goodness, they are everywhere right now. I actually have a bass rod that I bought at Christmas time that I still haven't used. So originally, I was going to go record a video on that, and I said, you know what? I picked this up like 2 days ago. I said, why not do some trout fishing? It's been a while. Or I should say creek fishing. Not really. I don't really care what I'll catch. Trout preferred, obviously, but smallies, rock bass, fall fish, creek chubs, whatever. I'm here for all of it. It looks like that fall fish was the only thing that wanted to bite down here. Move down this gap. I can see we got tree branches in the water, so I'm trying to not get snagged on any of those. So since I practice a little bit, just like in my office, recording it in 4K with this GoPro, just to see like file sizes and like battery life and all that stuff. It drains this battery like nothing I've ever seen. Like, oh my god, I've gone down 30%. It's essentially a minimum of 1% a minute is what it's currently draining. Like, that's insane. I cannot believe how quiet it is in here. Oh, there's something. What do we got? Ooh, nice fall fish. It's gonna be a really nice one, actually. Not in the tree branch, buddy. Come on. Out of that. Thank you. There we are. That is one of my nicest I've ever caught. Wow. That is a unit. Look at the size of him. Whew. They are so strong. All right, buddy. All right. Yeah, he is a really nice one. Whew. I think he actually hooked me a little bit. See you, buddy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he dug my own hook into my hand on that one a little bit, which it happens. That is a really nice fall fish. Like I said, that's definitely one of my biggest, not just in here, but overall. Felt that first initial like nibble. Just let it sit for a minute so you can come back to it in that current. Got me tangled a little bit here. All right. Go back in, see if we can't get something else in here. The current kind of all like coagulates right in that little area. So sometimes I just drop it, let it sit, and let the current just kind of bounce it around a little bit. Now this jig head's a little bit heavier than what I typically use. I use like 1/64 to 1/32 ounce. This is a 1/15 or 1/20. I did not look, honestly. Doesn't make a huge difference for me, but this rod is casting it pretty well for being a not decently outside the weight class, but I mean 1/8, 1/16, it's at least a little bit something. So I am definitely happy with overall how it is, and like I said, like it has enough of like, again, if you've never used a medium light rod, I will say in every video, regardless of what I'm fishing for, it is my favorite class of rod. You don't see them every day. They're becoming, I think, a little bit more common, but it's great, especially if you like more of a fight, but like a nice, more confident backbone with your rod. It's awesome. It literally takes the best of kind of like a medium rod and a light rod and combines them into one, which sounds obvious, but not every medium light rod that I've ever used does that well. I was worried that this was going to be a little bit stiff, and it is stiffer than like my ultralight setup, which of course it should be. Now, do I like it better than my Daiwa Tatula, which is my favorite medium light? I wouldn't say so, but I think it is, like, you couldn't go wrong with either at this point. Like, I do really enjoy this so far. I might like it a little bit more. I don't know. I'll have to put some more wheels on this one, or some more miles on it, but so far, it's very good. The squirrel almost just assassinated me with a walnut. I don't know if you could hear that thud. I'm assuming you could. That's what you want to hear today. Death by walnut. You know what? I do have a tree nut allergy, so to be fair, it would be poetic justice, I guess, at this point. I'm just going to let it sit for a second. That's a little bit. In the lull, finally picked up my first like true hiking outdoors fishing watch with the Timex. Finally, I'm growing up so fast. It's so nice. It's my favorite I've ever had for hiking for sure. It's awesome. Oh, wait a minute. Darn, I literally didn't have a bite until I started reeling it in down here, and something followed it to the side. I assume it saw me at that point. And I am going to get back here pretty soon into what was the most popular thing on my previous fishing channel before I rebranded and split everything up, which was like the rod and reel reviews, not just like in the field like this, but actually like talking about like the specs and the price and stuff in office, talking about my experiences with it. Those continue to do fantastic. So I do definitely want to get back in the groove of doing them. I am in the middle of just finishing up my office remodel, so new lighting, new mics. It is very exciting. My GoPro literally just turned off from overheating despite it being 77 degrees. So I have not had a problem with an overheating GoPro like everybody else, but I think it's because I haven't recorded in 4K. I'm looking at switching to DJI, the action, over the GoPro. So we'll see. I'm kind of trying to test this out and see how this turns out. But like I said, I'm in the middle of kind of remodeling a lot of my like channel and stuff at the moment for the next like, big push forward. So yeah, because I mean, obviously, like, not even just like people don't want to buy a GoPro. Performance-wise, they're kind of getting outdone. Like side-by-sides, the color accuracy is a little bit different between GoPro and DJI, and this isn't a comparison video or anything, but like, it's definitely something, like, if you're just starting out, like, GoPro is great. This is the 11, and it was outperforming, I think, the 12 when I bought it, just because of some issues, but I mean, I'm hoping. Spot's always been hit or miss just because of how shallow it can get. Right now we have so much debris in here. I have even lower expectations. Yeah, sadly this thing's turning off after every couple minutes right now, so it's going to be some weird gaps, I think. I'm trying to catch it, but like as it turns off so I don't keep talking, but it is tough to, watch that and fish. Of course, a big old fly bit me right in the hand that's already swelling, so that's what you want to see. Alright, looking pretty dry in here. Should have brought my wading shoes. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything home. I'm gonna head down the creek further, switch out my battery, see what we can do. Oh. Yeah, it's just a little shallow in here right now. Alright. Yeah, let's head down creek, some of the deeper spots, see what we can get. There's another tree branch trying to take me out. Just had something hop out of the water here on my way past, so I figured see if it doesn't want something on the ground. Yeah, right there it was. Huh. Pretty sure it's a trout. I think it's after some of these little floaters going past. I definitely can't throw a fly on this rod, so I'm not floating anything down over it, but if I had the ultralight I probably would. You should try something. I'm only gonna throw once or twice for it. Something bumped it. I know before I've hit like a little carp or something in here, and just the tail has given a little bounce. That's definitely what it felt like, something just swimming past and hitting it. Whew, that bug bite already hurts. Alright, let's keep moving farther down the track here. Alright, well, good news. Got to one of my luckier spots here. Bad news, the burro apparently has just stopped mowing the trail here, and I'm pretty sure I just walked through an entire thing of stinging nettle. But we got a decent fish. Holy crap. Feels really nice. Come on. Let's get set up here. Oh yeah. Definitely the biggest one of the day so far. Pull a little bit of drag out here too. Oh yeah, that is my biggest brown of the year. Whew. Alright, well, stinging nettle definitely made up for this. There's no real good spot here to unhook them. So I'm going to drop my phone on the side here. It's alright, buddy. Alright, wet my hands. It's alright, buddy. He's wrapped around himself a little bit here, but other than that, he's only hooked on the side of the lip, so as long as he stops rolling like a goober here, we should be fine. Yeah, he's out. Alright. Alright. Get a good look here. Easily. That's one of my best brown ever, let alone of the year. That is gorgeous. Super strong, super aggressive fish too. Ay ay ay. I'm try and get a quick picture of him. Gotta let him sit for a minute anyways. There he goes. Yeah, I assume he's gonna sit at my feet for a little bit. That was a beautiful fish. Did not expect one of that size down here. This spot is always really hit or miss. Only ever good fish that sit in this little hole, so I'm gonna get a new bait on, clean up myself there. I'm gonna go back in. Well, that was great. Super excited for that one. Like I said, this spot doesn't have a lot of fish in it ever, but it always has really nice ones. So now it's typically one and done. You know, that does spook pretty much anything in this small little divot here, but hey, I'm happy with that. These bugs in here. Oof. Where the birds are heavier up at the front of the trail, the bugs aren't near as bad, but in here, it's just a mess. He hit that thing as soon as it hit that current too, which is perfect. That's why I usually drop it in like on the side here and let it sink in. Now there is a bunch of snags, so you know, it is a little bit of a tougher spot to kind of get that like perfect bounce in, but it's always rewarding. Well, almost always rewarding, I should say. It's typically a really good spot for rainbows. I don't know why, but they always sit down towards this side. But I'll try and drop it in that current, going into the backwash over there. Yeah, I'm thinking we were one and done in here today. I have one more spot I want to try up further. It also hasn't been mowed, and I know it's sticker bush land, so I'm not looking forward to trying that, but it's always been a decent spot. Alright, looks like that's all she wrote in here. I'm getting shredded by every fly and mosquito in this area, so I'm going to head upstream further back to where we normally were, or were earlier, see if I can't get through a little sticker bush path. Yeah, alright, so that separate path has not been taken care of in a very long time, and it is way too thick. Just sticker bush and mud pit full, so we're not going to be going down there today. So that is going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you all so much. Again, that was the 13 Fishing Fate V3 medium light spinning rod. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I had a bad experience, like I said in the intro, with their casting rod version of this. Again, could have been a defect. I don't blame a brand for one bad product. It happens. Now, the warranty through Dick's Sporting Goods, yeah, God knows I try not to buy a rod from there ever. But it performed super well today. I wish I could have gotten, honestly, some smaller fish. And that sounds weird, but I wish I could have tested the sensitivity a little bit more. But it handled, like, it was fun. It was solid backbone with a really fun tip, and that is the whole part of medium light rods. So I really enjoyed it. I thought that was fantastic. That last brown trout was a really nice surprise too, so super happy with that. It is a little past noon, so I'm gonna go home. That gives me enough time to eat lunch, get a shower, and all that good stuff. If you guys are interested in picking up anything from the net that I use, for the camera equipment, anything else, hat, sweatshirt, whatever, you guys can head down to the description below. I have links to everything that I'm either wearing or using down there in the description itself, and it does help support the channel as well. If you're interested in any mystery tackle box subscriptions, you can also head to my affiliate link in the description below. Helps you guys save a little bit of money per month, and again, helps support the channel as well. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Fishbrain, YouTube, all those fun things. It's a great time. I have a lot a lot of things you guys can follow, but it's been great. I love it. I'm super happy to be out and about again. Obviously this year has been just fantastic for birding, not so much for fishing, so it is what it is, but I'm hoping to get back into the groove a little bit, especially testing new products. I enjoy testing products for some apparent reason. I don't know what it is, whether it be different headphone brands, hats, rods, reels, cameras, all of it. I just really like switching brands and testing a lot of different stuff to see just like what my niche fit is. So it's an absolute blast. So look forward to more fishing videos coming soon. I've been a little bit more regular, at least recently, with getting some content out, so I'm trying to be a little bit better. But like I said, remodeling the office takes a lot of time, energy, and resources, but I'm super excited that it's starting to look up. So tight lines, everybody, and I'll see you next time.